All right, welcome to Divine Lotus Tarot. I have a message. It feels like the message is strongly for like the Libra collective. I'm getting very strong, like more like a masculine male energy, but it also could just imply to like Libras, just needing to take a more authoritative role or position and step into a leadership position, intervene in the situation, manage a situation. Okay. So essentially, what I'm getting for the messages, Libra, I feel like there is some type of issue going on with Scorpio that you know in your life. Now, I feel like the Scorpio is like I want to call this Scorpio like a messy, busybody type of individual. It feels like the Scorpio has started a lot of drama and started a lot of crap in a lot of people's lives, and they've gotten away with this. And it feels like it stems back to like essentially the Scorpio has deep seated issues with like anger, just not being able to like release and let go. Um, just like yeah, like resentment, anger, and just wanting to have issues, having issues with controlling other individuals. Um, so I feel like this all stems all the way back to like maybe the Scorpio's like childhood. I feel like this, in some instances where this is a female Scorpio, okay, I'm getting a female Scorpio, but either way, when this person was a child, this person could have been a prostitute from a very young age, okay, and I feel like whatever other things that happened to this individual, I feel like this person has been on a destructive path ever since they were younger. Um, and there could have been means and reasons that led this person to be a prostitute. I don't feel this person has disclosed this with other people. So this may not be something that you are aware of, Libra, but this could be the reason why this person has such deep-seated like issues with their sense of self-worth and value and how they attain their money, because this goes back to this person having to prostitute themselves when they were younger. Um, when they were younger. So I feel like it's just like deep-seated issues that this person has that they haven't healed. This person hasn't taken the time to heal. They haven't talked to anybody about this. They haven't opened up about this. So instead of seeking the help that this person really needs, whoever this would apply to, the Scorpio in your life, or that you are aware of, or that you work closely with, it's like this person has issues and they have a lot of trauma in their life, but they have been taking it out and being destructive towards other people. This is not an individual where they're like self-harming necessarily. They have taken it out and decided that are going to externalize the issues that they personally have and project that onto other individuals because they hate themselves and they hate their life that much, and they don't have a sense of valuing themselves, okay? Because they have disrespected themselves because of whatever uh, uh, led them to become a prostitute at a young age. You know what I'm saying? They haven't taken accountability for essentially seeking the help that they need at this point. Now, maybe initially it wasn't their fault and they felt like maybe they didn't have another path or another route as to why they initially became a child prostitute, but or why they were put into that field of that. Okay, because maybe some of them they willingly did it. Maybe some of them it was against their will. But at the same time, they as an adult, because this is someone who would be an adult. I feel in most instances, they haven't taken the necessary precautions to heed the warnings of their destructive behavior, because it feels like they have been not getting caught with the shit that they've been doing because they've been very sneaky, sly, underhanded, and covert about how they've been doing things to other individuals. Namely, because this involves a lot of them using occult practices that they have studied, okay, to hurt people and try to get away with stuff. It feels like yeah they have just taken a destructive path, and that has led to them destroying other people's lives, especially individuals who they feel threatened by or people who they feel rejected by. um, yeah and when I say destroying, like they take it way too far to a whole nother level where it's like very unnecessary. Some instances that I'm getting with messages coming up, this is an individual where they have been trying to either cause people to harm themselves, people to get fired, ruin people's reputations, ruin people's careers, sabotage people's abilities to make money, sabotage people's relationships, or physically harm them or have them harmed to the point where these people are killed. Okay. So that is the main thing that I'm picking up, but more specifically, in some instances, this Scorpio, for some of you Libras, could be your mistress, and you could have multiple mistresses. So some of you could be married. You could have multiple mistresses. You could have a Scorpio and a Cancer who you're dealing with, and you go between. For whatever reason, whether this is the only two mistresses you have outside of your marriage, or these are like your main individuals who you're dealing with, and this could be mistresses or misters or your mister and your mistress, but it feels like this Scorpio has a vendetta against this Cancer, and wants to get this Cancer out the picture, like completely out the picture. So for some of you, this is two people you're dealing with, okay, have an affair with, and for some of you in this instance, these two people are having an affair with each other. So your Mister and your mistresses, or your Mister and Mister, your Mister and mistress could be having an affair together that you're not aware of. Now, in another instance, what I'm picking up as well too is that this Scorpio could be the one who introduced this Cancer to like drugs. Okay, so this Scorpio could have got this Cancer hooked on drugs. This Scorpio could have turned this Cancer out, meaning that this Scorpio could have been the one who like just introduced this Cancer to like alternative things, maybe sexually. Okay, so if it's two women, then it's a Scorpio who introduced, um, being with another woman with this Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is that this Cancer could have been approached, and what's the word? Could have been approached by this Scorpio first. So the Scorpio would have initiated a relationship, or hit on, or pressed upon this Cancer first. And it could have turned for some of you, it has turned into like an affair that these two individuals are having um, in the midst of like them being with you, but you may not know this. In other instances, this could be a situation where this could be siblings, okay? So there could be a Scorpio sibling who has been sleeping with a Cancer sibling, and they don't want this to be found out. Um, I get that these could be adults, so it feels like a situation where there's like a Scorpio who doesn't want their childhood secret to come out, okay? But in the case that this is children for some of you, you may just want to just heed the warning signs if this Cancer is showing like destructive type of energy or behavior, or if you really know that this Cancer is on drugs. That could be the reason why this Cancer is like self-medicating, because this Scorpio could have been initiated having sex with them, and this is their sibling, and they could be in conflict about either I'm hearing their spirituality, their sexuality, and just they could be confused, because of this sibling. Now, this also could be a situation where a sibling has introduced their others. This Scorpio sibling has introduced this Cancer sibling to drugs, so they could be the reason why why this Cancer is hooked on drugs now. Um, in other instances, what else am I picking up? I mean, if it's not a situation where this is your kids, or this is like a romantic type of situation, like I said, either some of you, you're married and you have a wife whose energy is not present in this reading, and then these could be maybe like your two main people, or just the two people who are very significant for you, I guess, who you're having an affair with. In other instances, it could just be two people who you're dealing with, and yeah, it just feels like the Scorpio has it out for the Cancer in whatever regard this is, whether it's romantic, whether it's just someone trying to hook someone on drugs. It feels like someone is trying to get, like, whoever the Scorpio is, they're trying to get rid of this Cancer, okay? Um, and I feel like as well too, if this isn't a situation where it's like relationships that are intimate or familial. It could just be a situation where there is just a Scorpio that has a strong vendetta against this Cancer, and you, Libra, somehow, some way are involved in the situation and you know about it, and you're being called to like take some type of action to make some type of firm decision because it feels like a decision has not been made in this situation. And it feels like the Scorpio, like I said, once again, this Scorpio, for a lot of the situations I'm picking up, is into the occults. They are into heavy occults using dark magic. So they have been postponing and delaying and stagnating the situation from coming to some type of closure because a decision has not been made. And I feel like it's almost like either you're sitting on the fence about this, Libra, and you just have not made a decision, or you fear this Scorpio for some of y'all because you feel like this Scorpio may ruin your work or your opportunity to advance in your career or something like that, or just impact your ability to make money somehow. This I also was getting the instance that maybe some of you have had this Scorpio do work for you in the past. So some of you are aware that the Scorpio is into black magic and the dark arts. So that could be another reason why you don't want to really like you're trying to like just let something die off on its own. Another message I was picking up is that some of you are just waiting for this. Some of you could feel bad because you know that the Scorpio is old. So this could be an old Scorpio, and either some of you know it's just the fact of natural age. You know, you feel this person is very old, and you feel like, okay, well, you kind of feel bad for this person. Maybe you know certain things that have happened to this individual, but maybe you don't know the extent of the hurt or the pain that this Scorpio has dealt with. So maybe you kind of just like let it slide, and you feel like, oh, this person's just old, they're elderly, you just like shake it off that this person's just crazy or something like that, or this person's just, bitter or sad because of the rough upbringing that they had. Some of you, in other instances, you just kind of feel like this person is about to die, because they're old, or you know that this person has some type of severe illness, that this person is like on death's bed, like death is knocking on this person's door. But it feels like you have really just been kind of trying to avoid taking some type of proactive measures against this person, which I kind of really feel like you're being called to do, because it feels like you could really bring truth and justice, or like bring some type of fairness to some type of situation that needs to be balanced out. It's not going to just go away on its own. And I don't think that it's a very, I don't think it's what is the best word? I just kind of feel like you're trying to wait and allow something to just naturally play its course, and I kind of feel like you're being called to stand up and take a more leadership role in this position. You're not being supported necessarily to just stand by and do nothing and just be passive. Okay, like this is a situation where you're being called to actually like do the right thing and like stand up in this situation, be a stand up person in this particular situation. Like, you know, however your role is in this. If this is you being a father, this is like being a stand up father. If this is you being a husband, this is like you, needing to do the right thing, and maybe you need to eliminate and really focus on being a husband and, or being a provider, or being, with whoever your significant other is, and eliminate these individuals out of your life if you do have someone who you're with or you're married to, because it feels like ultimately there is going to be some type of major blow up or conflict that comes from this Scorpio and this Cancer dealing with each other. And it feels like this Scorpio is going to it feels more so like it's coming from the Scorpio end, like really like where like it could get physical, okay, or lead to something very like destructive, okay, like a big major blow up, okay. But it could just be the nature of the events where these two people could just go at it. And I kind of feel like you being passive and not making a decision, or prolonging, not stepping in because you don't really want to get involved, or you feel like it's not your place, or you feel like you don't want your job impact. I just kind of, or you don't want your money or something to impact. I just kind of feel like you need to step in and be a leader. Okay, you need to step in and take the initiative and do the right thing, because I just feel like it could really get very, 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 very heated. Okay, very, very heated, and it feels like this is a situation that could be prevented. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, in other instances, this does feel like a situation that could have been a past situation. So this could be a Cancer who is a crossed over individual who wants this message to be let to be known that this Scorpio did something to them. Okay. This also this Scorpio or this Cancer wanted to be known that this Scorpio has done this to other individuals. So whatever this is, it feels like this Scorpio has done this multiple times and hasn't essentially been brought to justice for this. So in some instances, this could just be this person playing with dark arts because somebody rejected them, didn't want to be with them. Okay. This could be other instances where it's led to someone's death, okay, in the sense that either the Scorpio is specifically trying to intentionally make money, because I do feel like it keeps boiling down to either this person feels heavily rejected, they feel outcasted, or anytime they feel like their sense of security being threatened, it's like they take it way too far. And this could even be as well too, anytime this person is down and out and they need money, or this is just a method of how this person makes money by killing other individuals, like maybe I heard insurance fraud, or just through I guess that would be insurance fraud, because this would be people who are not supposed to be dying, and then this Scorpio is doing stuff to intentionally make these people die so that they can gain and benefit off of the insurance policy that they've taken on this person. So yeah, I guess that would be insurance fraud or something like that. But or it's just like I said, if they feel like they've been wrong or something like that, then it's like they take it way too far, take it way too extreme. When it's like it could be a situation that either they just need to let it go and move on because it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like rejection, somebody don't want to be with them, or it's a situation where or it's a situation that's just not that deep. It's not that deep, and they're taking it way more like personal or to heart, or just getting way crazed about something that they don't need to be getting that worked up about. And I feel like for some of you in instances, that this person is like unstable. You know what I'm saying? Like that this person is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This person is fucking cuckoo, and it's like you have been kind of like giving this person a pass because, like I said, maybe because there's things that you know about this person. Maybe this person is on drugs. Maybe this person has health issues. Maybe that this person is a senior citizen or something like that. Maybe you know that this person is on their deathbed, but it's like that doesn't make it okay for this person to keep like taking their issues out on other people because of things that have happened to them, especially going after people to the extreme manners of where they're trying to severely like negatively impact someone's ability to like get someone fired, or they're breaking up people's relationships, or trying to block people from getting into relationships, or trying to harm or kill people. You know what I'm saying? It's very unnecessary. Um, Especially if it comes to the sense of they just don't want to be caught and get the ramifications of their bad choices, their bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a person who feels like it's okay to do these negative things and get away with harming and hurting people when they feel rejected, or when they feel like they don't want to get in trouble with something that they did. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like essentially you're not helping by being passive in the situation, because this person is not taking accountability, and they're not being brought to justice for the stuff that they are actually doing that is hurting people. Okay, it's hurtful. Especially like, let's go back to the instance. If this is a sibling doing this to another sibling, it's not okay for the sibling to be doing this, or to keep this sibling from speaking up, or to be about the things that this Scorpio may have done by either um, engaging with them in an incestuous way. You know what I'm saying? Or hooking this sibling on drugs. That's not okay. You know what I'm saying? And for some of you, I'm getting where this is an instance where either you're a husband or a father in this situation. It's like you work a lot. So you're not either paying attention to the signs. It could be something that's right up under your nose that you're not seeing. Okay. It feels as well too that this Scorpio has like attempted suicide. So this could be like their cry for help. And maybe you're not looking at it or looking deeper into the meanings of why this person is so destructive, okay? And really getting to the root of it, especially if this is like a child, okay, or a child of yours. It's almost like this person needs help, and people are just allowing this to be passed off as like like just like it's normal for this type of aggressive behavior when it's not okay, especially if this is a kid. This is definitely something that should have been or should be being nipped in the butt right now if this is an adult, especially an adult that's like at a senior citizen's age, I mean, maybe you kind of feel like, what can you do about it? Like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, or this person's just going to get what comes to them or whatever. But I still kind of feel like it feels like you're going to get caught up in this some form or fashion. So even though I feel like you're trying to protect your money or something like that, it feels like that would be the thing that's going to be impacted for you, because you know either more than what you're letting on, or there's a means and way for you to like step into this situation to prevent something from escalating further that doesn't need to occur. Okay. um Now, going to another situation. And then in another instance, Libra, it kind of just feels like if this is a situation where you have a whole family, it's like maybe for some of you, you feel like you want to go. It feels like some of you want to go towards this Cancer because you feel like you should be with this Cancer, but you have like a wife, or you have someone who essentially has like the wife status or something like that. And I kind of feel like you should get clear about what you need and what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you're kind of leading individuals on, and it's just a hurtful situation. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for you to be with a person that you don't truly want to be with. Okay. And then in other instances, some of you know that you have a wife at home, or someone who has the wife status, and this person is really good to you. And in the instance that you know this applies to you, this person is really good to you. This person takes care of home. This person has been loyal to you. And it's like, it's kind of like you almost know you should do better, but it's like you still be cheating on this individual with like this Scorpio and this Cancer person. And it's like, I just kind of feel like you really need to like get clear on what type of example do you want to set, especially if you have children. You know what I'm saying? You really need to consider, like, if you have a son or if you have a daughter, do you want your son to be out there doing this and hurting other individuals, or end up in some mess, being in like situations that could get very messy? Because, females get very emotional, you know what I'm saying? And very passionate. I mean, males do too. They get very passionate as well too. But I'm just saying, like, it's not nice to play with people's emotions and feelings, regardless of their gender. And then if you have a daughter, you have to be mindful, like, karma is real. You have to be mindful that you don't want your daughter to be out here dating individuals who are going to do the stuff that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be that example to show your daughter that it's okay for her to get played or to be with individuals that do this because you're doing this. You can't say don't be with a man like me, but be doing this and think that, like, that's okay. It's not, because you're giving mixed messages, mixed signals, and it's very conflicted. And I just also feel like you should just be mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? Or just be very upfront and honest about the individuals who you're with. If you seemingly are in a monogamous relationship, but yet you're having relationships on the side, I just feel it's a very messy situation going on around you, and you're really being called to take action and really stand up and be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, in instances where it applies to you, you will know how that will work for you. Maybe some of you want to go be with one of these mistresses because this person, it feels like in some instances, whoever is the Cancer who you want to go be with, or whoever is the person who you have like true emotions for, which may not be the wife or the person who you are a provider for or have kids with, could be the person who truly has your heart, and you need to just be very clear about that. In other instances, it could just be a situation where you want to be with the wife that you have, but you keep messing around with this Cancer and this Scorpio or other individuals. And it's like, you have to realize that you're breaking this individual's heart, because in the instances that this applies to you, this person is being faithful to you, and they are taking care of home, and they're holding you down. So you really just want to be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to let a good person go out of your life and then have regrets about this later because you just can't seem to shake this. Like, if this is something that you need help with, there are, people that you can go to see to get help with whatever you're dealing with, personally as well too, so that you can become a better example, or just become the man that you truly want to be. Okay. And then I kind of feel as well too, when it comes to another situation pertaining to this Libra, Cancer, Scorpio energy, it could just be a situation where this Cancer may know some type of information about this Scorpio. And it just kind of feels like this Scorpio doesn't want this Cancer to reveal this information about them. So you could just be in a position, Libra, where you get to like make some type of decision. And I just feel like it could get escalated because it feels like this Scorpio is willing to do anything to keep this Cancer from either busting them out or from keeping some type